Hello, and welcome back to It's About Time, where I am creating an exhaustive timeline of my favorite show, Lost. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you join in with me and create this timeline with me. I'm looking forward to your comments. I am a person who loves Lost, and I have seen Lost multiple times. It's kind of sickening almost. But all of you Losties out there will understand. We just watch it over and over again because we love it. But this time on my rewatch, I'm taking the time to build out an exhaustive timeline, which is just kind of a little fun activity for me, and I hope for all of you as well. So, understanding that this will be riddled with spoilers. Again, I repeat, this is riddled with spoilers because I do reserve the right to talk about all 6 seasons of Lost in this, timeline reconstruction, we'll call it. Today, we are getting on to episode 10. Episode 10 is Raised by Another. And we know this is on the island when Ethan takes Claire. And also, we get Claire's backstory for the first time where we meet Tom. You'll understand if you don't know Tom, Claire's boyfriend. And also when we get to understand her situation and we meet the psychic, and the psychic tells her, the child must have your good influence, right? So we'll get into that here in just a little bit. But before we get into that, I want to make a correction. Feel free to skip ahead if you want to get right to the episode. But I want to make a correction from the last episode. Last time we watched episode 9, Solitary, where Danielle Rousseau captures Sayid and we get Sayid's backstory. I was thinking all of this time that Sayid's backstory was happening during the time period of the Gulf War. I had made that assumption because at the, beginning of the season, when he's having that conversation with Hurley on the beach, and he said, oh yeah, I had a buddy that fought over there in the Gulf, and then Sayid says he's in the Republican Guard. I had assumed that time period was during the Gulf War, but it wasn't. It was just after the Gulf War. And I know this now because when Sayid and Danielle Rousseau were in the jungle and she had him at gunpoint, remember the firing pin was missing from his gun? And she had him at gunpoint. He said that he had been looking for the woman that he loved for the last 7 years, right? So since it's 2004, that puts us back to 1997 when he first started looking for Nadia. Another thing that was revealed in the pilot part 2, season 1, episode 2, was that Sayid was in the Republican Guard a total of 5 years as a communications officer. And that's also repeated in Confidence Man. Remember when he's trying to get Sawyer to talk that he was in the Republican Guard 5 years. So he started looking for Nadia after he was in the Republican Guard. So here's the correction I made. Sayid was in the Republican Guard from 1992 to 1997. And then 1997 is when all of these events began to transpire and Sayid left the Republican Guard and began looking for Nadia. So that is the correction that I made. I hope y'all like that. Tell me what you think about that, and let's talk about it. Let's get into the episode, Raised by Another. We're opening up on Claire's eye. This somewhat mirrors season 5 when she walks off from the baby. You hear the baby crying and, she's in the jungle. Just throwing that out there as an observation.
What's happening?
You know what's happening.
But I don't understand. Why?
He was your responsibility, but you gave him away, Claire. Everyone pays the price now.
John locks eyes, one light and one dark. To wake up hollering and wake up everyone.
What happened?
He said it was a nightmare.
I'd say when someone makes a fist so tight they dig their fingernails a quarter of an inch into their palms, they probably weren't dreaming about riding ponies.
They probably weren't dreaming about riding ponies.
I don't know.
Let me get back to you. I had a girlfriend once that told me I talked in my sleep.
What did you say?
Don't know. Whatever it was, she didn't like it.
I need a flashback of this girlfriend
I
that
wish you
told
wouldn't
Jack
do
he
what I
talked
am.
in his sleep.
You said
You didn't do it right.
Thomas, I can pee on a
Okay,
stick.
well, what color is it?
Pee on it.
66 seconds. Oh, God. What? We should
Thomas,
go get another one.
I am 6 weeks late, okay? 6 weeks. That never happens. I'm pregnant.
Is Thomas an artist? I don't think I ever noticed that. There's a lot of easels in their house.
Okay. Okay, look, it's all gonna be okay. Hey, Claire,
And here goes the lie.
you know, if we wanted to, we could do this.
Stop it.
No, I'm not kidding.
My mom would disown me.
She basically has already.
Her mom hadn't disowned her. Her mom is in
This
that
isn't
coma
what we
right
want.
now.
Maybe it is.
You'd really want to try?
Yeah. Claire.
Trivia question. How many Toms are in Lost? We'll talk about that at the end.
Huh? So when did you find out
What?
about the baby?
What? Should I not tell her? What? What is it?
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
He saw the plane
What were you-
crash.
What did you see?
I'm not doing this reading.
No, you were going to say something.
You'll have to leave.
This time Ethan is drawing her blood and things.
He had this thing like a needle. Like he stabbed me with it. He was trying to hurt my baby.
How you gonna try to do an amniocentesis while somebody is
We hooked around the
sleeping?
entire perimeter, man.
Come on, Ethan.
We saw or heard anything.
That's Ethan's
Not.
bad.
Everyone was asleep. We'd canvass, right? Knock on doors, find witnesses. But we didn't even have doors.
Hurley, you're not helping me understand where
Look, we don't
Hurley's
know
smart.
who's living here and who's still at the beach. I mean, we didn't even know each other. My name isn't Hurley. It's Hugo Reyes. Hurley's just a nickname I have, all right? Why? I'm not telling. The point is, we gotta find out who everyone is.
you want to start a census.
You know, registry, you know, names, what people look like, who's related to who. I mean, we
That's
start laying down
also the
law, maybe people
flashback
start
we needed,
attacking
right?
each other.
Of
Doesn't mean
Hurley,
someone's getting punched
how
or
he got his
stabbed or something
nickname.
every other day here. We gotta find out who did this to her.
I didn't eat all the chips. There's another bag.
He's not feeling this now. You should have said something in the beginning.
Claire? I can't do this.
Do what? Did you have a bad day?
This isn't working. Oh, and you knew that?
I what?
No, she didn't, because you told her it could work.
Just so I'm not overreacting.
Oh, he makes me mad. I'm boiling.
Are you breaking up with me?
Look, for the past 3 months, it's just, you know, there's always some plan, some responsibility.
But you said we should do this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, now it's real. Think I've seen what you've done?
Christian Shepherd.
You were supposed to be on the pill.
You think I got pregnant on purpose?
I don't
Or
even
that this was
care.
some kind of plan?
Bro.
You're out of your mind!
Claire.
No, it's not over!
I'm out of here.
I hate Thomas.
Lance. Your name's Lance, right?
Ethan.
The coconuts.
Dude, that's right. So we're doing this list. You know, survivors.
Ethan has made him a basket.
Stuff like that.
He's
Okay,
harvesting
well, you already have my name.
coconuts.
Not Lance.
Definitely not.
Last name?
Rom.
Rom, R-O-M?
That's right.
Great. Where are you from, Ethan? Rom?
Ontario.
Right on. Love Canada. Great,
Ethan Goodspeed
Why don't you do it? Thanks for your time, dude.
from the island.
What's this for?
Oh, it's not just, you know, thought it'd be a good idea.
Born and raised.
Claire,
You think I'm making this up? I get attacked, and you want to give me sleeping pills?
They're not sleeping. Look, it's a very mild sedative,
leaving.
Claire. What? No, Claire. Claire,
It was safe at the beach. It's not safe here.
don't do this, Claire. You need to think about the baby.
Don't talk to me about the baby.
And listen to your brother.
What did you say to her?
Back at the psychics.
Okay.
It is crucial that you, yourself, raise this child.
You just want to rescue me because of this. But I'm fine, okay? I don't need rescuing. I don't need...
Whoa, Claire? What is it? What? Claire, what is it?
I might not know what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out. If I can kick drugs, I can deliver a baby. Let me explain. I'm a drug addict. I was a drug addict. I'm clean now.
Get Jack!
Yeah, we're just writing this stuff down for our timeline. And then we know the pen doesn't work. And then they give her another one, it still doesn't work.
What's your name?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Are you all right?
You need to go to the caves. Run to the caves, get Jack. Tell him that Claire.
Claire, is she okay?
She's having a baby. Go fast, okay? I'll be with her. On the path, right there. Go!
I think he's running to get Jack. No, he's coming back to terrorize y'all.
I'm here!
And to attempt to kill Charlie.
How you doing?
It hurts. Last 4 months telling me I have to raise the baby myself. Now you're giving me money and saying I don't have to?
I found a couple in Los Angeles.
So, you're giving me $6,000 to give my baby to a couple of strangers in Los Angeles.
12,000. The other 6 when you arrive in Los Angeles. And they're not strangers, Claire. They're good people.
Or not.
They should have made that
I
the
mean-
numbers as well. The money.
All he wanted was that no one else raise your baby, right? Maybe he knew.
Well, I can't go tomorrow. I have to get my...
It has to be this flight. It can't be any other. They're already scheduled to meet you when you arrive. Flight 8:15. Flight 8:15.
You gotta get on 8:15. You about to get
Sayid.
taken?
Listen to me. I found her. The French woman. We're not alone.
We got a problem. The manifest. Jack.
The census.
The names of everyone who survived. All 46 of us. I interviewed everyone. Here, at the beach. Got their names. One of them isn't in the manifest. He wasn't on the plane.
It's
Hello
not.
there.
Ethan, where's Jack?
All right, everyone, let's get into it. Let's start as we always start with the things that happened on the island. First of all, what day is it on the island? They talked about Sayid being gone for a week. Yeah, Sayid left on the 30th, right? So a week from the 30th is about October 6th or so. I like that. So let's start actually with October 5th in the evening. So I'm going to put October 5, 2004, which is now day 13. And I'm going to say this is when Claire has her first nightmare. And then we can move on to October the 6th, day 14. Okay, yeah, so this is the second night. Ethan attacks Claire is the first thing that happens. And then on October 7th, day 15, is when Hurley starts his census. And a lot happened that day, right? You know, he ran into Ethan Rom. Of course, we know he's actually Ethan Goodspeed. And we know that Ethan Rom is an anagram for other man. And then Jack, he believes him at first, his story at first. And then Jack tries to counsel Claire and tell her that she's just having pregnancy nightmares. I like that as well. And then that upsets Claire. And so Claire tries to go back to the beach. She packs all of her things hurriedly. And Charlie catches up with her, but then she starts having contractions. Also, Hurley gets the manifest from Sawyer. And discovers that Ethan is not on it. And then Sayid returns. Sayid makes it back. And lets everyone know that he found the French woman. Charlie and Claire encounter Ethan in a very precarious situation. So when they landed on September, September 22nd, 2004, Claire said she was 8 months pregnant, right? So if we go back 8 months, that puts us in January of 2004. When she got pregnant, right? Yes. But you don't find out you're pregnant until 4 to 6 weeks later. So I'm going to actually pick February of 2004 is when Claire finds out that she's pregnant. And then Thomas waits till she's at least 4 months pregnant. I'll also add, around this time, Claire and her friend visit the psychic for the first time. So around May of 2004, Thomas decides to break up with Claire. I'm just annoyed. Thomas really annoys me. Oh, goodness. Yep. And then at that also in May, Claire goes back for another reading to the psychic. She goes back alone. His name is Richard, by the way, Richard Malkin. He tells her that her baby must be raised by her. That she must raise her baby. And so she, You know, he continues to call her throughout her pregnancy. This is when Claire sits down with Arlene and Joseph Stewart to sign over for the adoption proceedings. And they use that lawyer's office several times in this as well. In Lost as well. Claire meets with Arlene and Joseph Stewart. And the pen doesn't work. Claire takes the pen not working as a sign. This is on the 20th because she has on the same clothes when she goes to see the psychic. So she left from the lawyer's office and went directly to the psychic. Okay. And then we know that the psychic gives her a ticket on flight 815. And he tells her that he gives her $6,000. He gives her $6,000, and then he tells her that another $6,000 is waiting for her in Los Angeles. Now, where did he get $6,000? I guess he had it, because we know he was lying. We know that he was lying to get her on the plane so that she would be forced to raise her baby. So I asked a trivia question at the beginning of this whole thing, or maybe during the episode, and I said, how many times are on Lost? And I want you to comment below and tell me if I'm forgetting one. So Tom, Claire's horrible boyfriend. We know, of course, the one that everyone would think of right off, Tom. I call him the COO of the others. He kind of pulls the strings and makes sure everything is happening for Ben, you know. So Tom, that's the one most people will think of. I also think of Tom, Kate's childhood friend and kind of ex-boyfriend that she killed, the man she loved. And finally, remember Christian Shepherd met Ana Lucia in the airport and he said, call him Tom. Those are the 4 times that I can think of in Lost. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for being a part of It's About Time. Let's make this a discussion. Please comment below anything that you think I might not have right on the timeline. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And you can also follow me at patreon.com, where I like to be about 2 to 3 episodes ahead, and it's full-length episodes as well. So thank you so much. And I almost forgot, you're able to download the full timeline for because I update it for every episode. You're able to download that at Patreon. So thank you so much for once again for watching It's About Time, and I'll see you in the next episode.